So this game ended in dramatic fashion. Naomh Conaill 2-8, Gowna-1-10 with the last kick of the game, or the last play of the game, I should say. Kevin McGettigan popped up with the winner for Naomh Conaill with a last-minute goal. Heartbreak for Gowna. They are out of the championship. They seem to be on the cusp of getting a victory for themselves in the Ulster Club finals. Didn't happen.
Didn't know, and Cavan clubs have to wait another while to get a win. And I tipped Gowna during the week. In fairness, you picked Naomh Conaill and you got it at the slimmest of margins, but I will say heartbreak for Gowna. It really was. Seeing that clip at the end of the game, but I think Kieran Thompson really played it well in that last play. He kicked it to the side to his player Rod and hoofed the ball in uncontrollably. He gets the ball back, floats the ball in, and Kevin McGettigan gets on the end of it. It's incredible play from Naomh Conaill at that stage of the game when heads and tiredness seems to be a factor. But they did it, and fair play to them. Gowna, after a brilliant second half performance, I think they were 1-5 to 4 points down at half time, to produce that performance in the second half and come out with nothing. I mean, you have to feel for them, really, Seamus, wouldn't you? Conor Brady from wing back scoring 1-1, incredible showing from him. Incredible heart from Gowna. Probably one of the best Cavan club showings over the last few seasons, and I definitely think Cavan people will be proud of Gowna this weekend despite the result. But incredible end to the game. But you have to feel heartbroken for Gowna. You really would, to lose it in that fashion at that stage of the game. And Cavan's club weight goes on, but Naomh Conaill, what a win for them. Well played in the last play of the game, and they're into the semi-final now. What a win for them.
No, absolutely fantastic by Naomh Conaill. And like going forward then, obviously, like they've broken a bit of a duck as well. Over the last few seasons, Donegal clubs don't necessarily get on the best when they get out into the Ulster Club Championship, but Naomh Conaill seem to have buckled the trend there. Moving forward, though, against Glen, and like this is just my take on it. Look, massive congratulations to them on getting this victory. But it's one of those things that, like, it's as if they did a maths equation and they got the right answer, but they didn't use the right method. I'm not convinced that if they go out and play the same, that they'll get the same result against Glen. They need to up their level going into this game. Look, it was a last-minute goal, but it was a last-minute style play. Thompson played it really well, but that ball could just as easily have been fisted out, and we could be talking about Gowna here against Waddy Games Glen, and you saying that you got it right and I got it wrong. But this type of thing that going into this one, Naomh Conaill against Glen, I do think their level needs to improve.
Oh, massively. I don't think any Naomh Conaill fan would be going into that game thinking that they go on and win that game, because Waddy Games Glen obviously have better players, they have a better manager, they have better coaching, they have better facilities, they have better coaching, they've just a better team ethic. I don't think Naomh Conaill will go into the game thinking we're going on and win this. We'll be confident going on and winning this. But yeah, that's Matt's analogy. I don't know about that. Like, it was a nip and tuck game between themselves and Gowna. And Gowna are an incredibly tough side. They scored 5 goals in the Cavan final, and to restrict them to only 1 goal in the game definitely deserves plaudits. I will say that from Naomh Conaill. Fair play to them for doing that. So I think, like, if they play their cards right, they could provide another shock. They could beat Waddy Games Glen on their day. Like, if Waddy Games Glen perform as poorly as they did against Carrick, for example, there's every chance that they get over the line. But I just feel Waddy Games Glen are more experienced in those situations than Naomh Conaill are. But then again, we talked about confidence that Scotstoun would have got after 1 win. Naomh Conaill could be feeling the same thing tonight. They could be thinking, we got over this game in the last minute of the game when we've been unlucky over the last 2 seasons. We got over the line this time, and maybe that will give us confidence to go on and get another win. Because momentum's a huge thing in this club championship, let's not forget. So, like Naomh Conaill, I think they'd be confident with their performances and getting over the line against Gowna. It was an incredibly tough game against Gowna. Nip and tuck, should I say, throughout the game, as I thought it would be before the ball was even thrown in. But I will say they have to come up with a strategic plan to come up against a beast like Waddy Games Glen. If they don't, they might be eaten alive.
Yeah, no, I do agree. I think they need to up the level. Look, that game was tough. It was always going to be. They got through it. Fair play to them. But Waddy Games Glen versus Naomh Conaill, I think they're going to have to up their level to get over the line in that game. I do think they have it in them. And I think in Kieran Thompson, they have a cracking player there that they can kind of build a team around, which they have been doing. So I mean, all up to them. And I feel like against Glen, look, they have to be in the game at halftime. They can't allow Glen to build up a base of 4 points, 5 points lead, because if they do that, game's over. Glen don't give up leads like that. So they cannot let Glen get 4 or 5 points ahead of them. If they can stop them doing that, which a lot of teams haven't been able to, then they have a chance. That's genuinely how simple I think this game is.